Hey YouTubers, this is my first official video as Convert 2010. If you've been a subscriber to my Basecamp Chef channel, you hopefully would have already seen the video that I put out saying that I'm going to be discontinuing that channel for the reasons that I stated. So this is my first official video of this channel, and what I'm doing it on is my complete setup of this particular hammock, tarp, suspension, tree huggers, everything. And what I'd like to demonstrate, once I get it out there, I'll show you how I did it, and then I'll come back in here because it's more comfortable and I'll demonstrate it. But this is a no knot setup. I don't have any knots when I use this particular setup. Whenever I go hammocking, I don't like knots. Now some may consider this right here a knot, because what you can do is you can slide it, and it's called a slip knot. Right there, that's a slip knot. But to me that's not a knot, because all you got to do is pop it out and it's free. This right here is a knot. For instance, on my ridge line for my rainfly, my tarp, you take this and pull it on itself. That is called a slip knot, but by my definition it is not a knot, because you can pop it right out. That is a knot. In fact, I think that's one of my stopper knots that I put on there. When you take a loop and you fold it around and you actually pull it on top of itself and pull down on it, you have to untwist it to pull it through to undo it. This is not the case, because it pops right out. Now there is one knot that I use while I'm out there. It's called a positive knot. And the way you do that is you make one slip knot, you make another slip knot. So I got two slip knots right there. You put the first slip knot into the other slip knot, and then you tighten it up, and that gives you what is called a positive knot. Now check out Paco's site right here, because that's the first place I saw it. I don't know if he invented it or what. I haven't done any Google search for positive knot. I just like it and I use it. That is the only knot that you will see in my setup, but it is a permanent knot. I have no intention of tearing it down the next morning to readjust anything or whatever. I just use that to tighten up my ridge line for my rain hammock. But even if I put a bunch of weight on this, it comes out quite easily just by manipulating the two slip knots and loosening it up, and then there we go, it pops right out. So that's the only knot you'll see me use. Everything else are called bends. Even when I'm tying up the ridge line onto the tree, the one end I tie it on, I don't use a knot at all, because at the next morning, or when I get ready to pack up and go home, I'll take my ridge line, I'll just pull on a tag, pull on maybe two tags, and it completely comes undone. I'm not up there fidgeting with the stupid knot trying to get it all out because it's cold and I'm wet and it's just terrible. I don't like it. A no knot setup. So right now, let's go outside, set it up, and I'll give you the grand tour, okay? Let's go. Here we are. I'm inside. I got most of the guy outs deployed, specifically the ones around the perimeter here, and I've got the one side body guy line behind you. You see it? I'll show you in a minute. It's pulled out to a tree across the way. Got the bug netting. Again, you can see how I made all this on the next coming videos, but right now let's take a grand tour of the inside, and we'll go on the outside, and I'll try to tear it down pretty quick because it's starting to spring. Right here, I'm going to go over the no knot. No knot. I don't have a single knot here that will be reused. The knots I do have are permanent, and I'll go over those as we go. Then once we get inside, then I'll go over exactly how I tied everything. Starting to rain again. Here's my carabiner, part of the tree hugging situation. Now if you look here, I have sewn in a loop right there. I got about a 5-inch loop, and I'll go details that inside. But here is a no-knot situation that's tying my guy line. And you can see that's pretty tight. All I gotta do is pull this tag here and everything will unwind. Snake skin coming down to a prusik knot that's attached to a D-ring, and the ridge line goes up underneath my my rain fly. I've always done that. This is a prusik knot. Now, for a prusik knot to really work, the diameter of the prusik knot needs to be smaller than the diameter of the rope it's biting. Otherwise, it will slip on you. That is not slipping. Coming around, I've got reinforcements on this. Now, again, a no-knot situation. This is not really a knot. It'll just pull on itself. I've got a line tensioner here. And this is my prusik knot that's attached to the loop, and then the prusik knot is grabbing this rope. So what I can do is this situation here. And that tightens it up. Did you not see that? That loosens it. Hold on to the string here, which is going through the prusik knot down here to the stake. Now, I did get that idea from Professor Hammock's latest video. That way I can actually be inside the hammock. If it starts to get loose or too tight, I can work it from here. I love that idea. Now, my body guy out, I've got this one deployed and that one not, so you can see how much extra room it gives me. Now see, when I come to this particular guy out, instead of having to worry about catching me, and because it is shock cord, I can just go right under it, and it doesn't affect the situation at all.